Hi, I'm Ken Rizza with Woodturners Wonders. We're going to talk about all the different ways we have to sand. We've gone over our abrasive papers in another video, but I thought we would take some time and talk about all the different ways we have that you can sand with them. The first item that I'm going to talk about here is our turbo inertia sander. This is made by us. It's a proprietary product built right here in Georgia. It has an articulating head so it can be moved in different positions. There is a double sealed bearing in the head of it with a magnet in the bottom to hold the sanding head in. So the pad just clicks in there like that and it stays there. These are used with our heavy-duty sanding pad holders, the black and white ones, in both the 2-inch and the 3-inch. They can also be used with our taper toughies. I do recommend, however, if you want to use them with our taper toughies, you might want to shorten the shaft on them a little bit because it kind of sticks out a little bit far, but they will work in there. The purpose of the articulating head, of course, is to get the correct angle you need, or if you want to get down inside of a lip of a bowl. The head is nice and narrow on purpose, so you can get into some pretty hollow vessels with it. And you can use our 1-inch ones with it, our 2-inch or 3-inch ones. I'm going to demonstrate it here a little bit on this bowl. The first thing I'm going to do though is turn on our track vac and get to collect the dust here that we're going to be making. So here we go. You get the angle just right, the pad spins very nicely in there, and you can see the dust flying off it. A lot of wood turners like to use these. They're quiet, don't require any electricity or air, and they do a pretty nice job. You can also reverse the lathe. And you can do the outside nice and easy that way. Let me just adjust this a little bit. And you can see the dust coming off there. These are constructed out of 6061 aluminum. Same material we make our CBN wheels out of. And with the unit, you get the 2-inch and the 3-inch pad and the Allen wrench so you can change positions of the head. This is our turbo inertia sander. This is our 55-degree angle drill that's made for us. It comes with a 1-year warranty, and we think it's a pretty nice unit. The 55-degree angle of the head makes it very easy to get inside of bowls, and a lot of wood turners like to use it. Keep in mind though, it really is a drill and not a sander, so it's kind of important to blow air through it when you're done. Try to keep some of the sawdust out of the brushes. And it's variable speed, it is reversible, comes with the chuck. I would like to note here that this can be used with all our backers. This happens to be part of our ultimate sanding kit. You'll notice I'm using a 2-inch roll-lock mandrel on a 3-inch pad, which is giving me some nice bend in the corner to get around the corner of this bowl. But it can equally be used with our tapered toughies or our heavy-duty black and white ones. This is our 55-degree angle drill. This is our 3-inch Pros random orbital sander. It's air driven, requires a minimum of 3 CFMs, which is quite low as air tools go, and 90 PSI. With it comes an adapter that you can use with our ultimate sanding kit, or it has a 5/16 thread in it. You can get standalone sanding pad holders for it. I happen to like this configuration because by the time you add the adapter, the roll-lock backer, and the sanding pad holder, you're almost 2 inches off the bottom of the sander. That makes it nice for a little reach inside the bowls and makes it easy to get into. You can put a 2-inch, you can put a 1-inch, you can put a 3-inch, we even have 5-inch sanding pad holders. This thing has no problem driving it. This unit has a 5mm orbit to it, which is quite aggressive. And we also recommend these snubber hoses. That's this blue hose, primarily because it's got a swivel on the end of it, so you don't have a big air fitting sticking out of the back of it and getting in your way when you're trying to get inside of a bowl. Makes it really nice. It does have a 5-foot whip on it, so you would add your air connection to the back of it. And when you go to oil the tool, which you should do on the days you use it, put about 7 or 8 drops of tool oil inside the holder, and it'll find its way to the sander, and it'll keep it running fine for you. So I'll give you a little demonstration here how well it works. I usually don't run the lathe when I do the random orbital sanders. You can, but I prefer not to myself. And one other word about random orbital. Sometimes this pad will spin as it sands, but it doesn't have to. The work is actually being done by the orbit. Okay, I can actually hold on to it and run the sander, and it's going to sand fine. Okay, some people think there's a problem with it because it's not spinning. Well, if it's spinning, it would be a drill. Okay, so that's why they call it a random orbital sander. It may or may not rotate depending on the tangent that you're operating on. I might also mention that it's variable speed. There's a slow speed and there's a high speed, just by regulating the air valve in the bottom. I kind of like to use it in the middle, and it's very good and very aggressive. So here goes. I'd also like to mention here that the way I like to sand when I'm doing a bowl like this, I'll use my 55-degree angle drill for the low gets, for like 80 grits and 120 and so forth, 180, to get out any maybe heavy tool marks that I might have left. And then when I get it above 240, I usually switch over to my random orbital sander, and because it's non-directional, unlike a drill, it won't leave swirl marks that a drill typically does, that you usually only find after you put the finish on the bowl. So then you're going to start over and go back and get rid of the swirl marks. I find that to be very effective, and it works very good. So this is our Pros 3-inch mini random orbital sander. This is our Pros mini sander. It's sold as a 2-inch. But you can put a 3-inch, you can even put a 5-inch on here, it'll drive it. It's a great compact little unit. It totally fits in the palm of my hand, and it's very comfortable to use. It is also very variable speed like its big brother, and you can slow it down very slow, which you probably will never use at that speed, and go very fast with it. I kind of like it somewhere in the middle. Okay. It also works with our roll-lock system, and again, because of the adapter and the roll-lock backing pad holder and the roll-lock pad holder itself, you got almost a 2-inch standoff on it. Makes it very convenient to get inside of bowls. Also recommend the snubber hose with it, so you don't have a big air fitting sitting out of the back. Do a quick disconnect at the end of the 5-foot whip, where you can put in a few drops of oil on the days that you use it to keep it nice and lubricated. We'll give you a demo here on this thing. This has a 3mm orbit as opposed to the 5mm orbit on our bigger one. So it's not quite as aggressive, but it probably leaves a little finer finish because of that. But it's a great little unit, and here it goes. We'll show you how it works. Turn it up a little. You can see this is quite a little screamer, and it does a heck of a job. This is our Pros Mini random orbital sander. This summarizes all the different sanding apparatuses that we have to drive your sanding pad holders that we offer. If you have any additional questions, we do take calls, and the main number is 678-400-8181. And thank you so much for watching.